Well, welcome to Country Cow Designs. I'm Jo and I design sewing patterns for bag makers. And in the process, I obviously make a lot of bags. And bulk is something that we see a lot of when we're making bags, especially as we come to the completion of a bag. There's a lot of layers to work through. So my absolute favorite tool is this very simple little one. So my favorite little tool is this very simple hump jumper. That's what we call it, for jumping humps. But you may also know it as a bulky seam aid or a jig, I think some people call it. Basically, the concept is that this helps you to get over your bulky layers and it keeps your presser foot even whilst you're doing that. So, for example, if we are sewing over 9 layers of wax canvas, we are going to have quite a few layers going on. And hopefully you can see that the thick layer of the hump jumper is going to allow your presser foot to come off this hump and stay level the entire time, which means your stitches are going to be neat. And then once you get far enough over, you can remove it and the presser foot will go back down to the new layer. It's equally as good at getting you to go up the layers too, because you put it behind the presser foot and then your presser foot, rather than climbing the mountain, is already level with the mountain that you're on. So this little tool is a necessity if you have a domestic sewing machine, or even for my Janome HD9, which is a straight stitch machine, I find this really useful. But if you have an industrial machine with a compound walking foot, this isn't going to work for you. This is just really for us domestic machine users. And another really useful thing that I find for it is that it can prop up one side of my presser foot as I'm sewing really close to some of the bag hardware. So if you need to get your foot level and it's kind of going the other way, then it's great for putting it alongside the hardware, for example, a D-ring, and then you can sew right alongside the D-ring. And then when you come back around, you can use it to prop up the front of your presser foot again. So it is super handy for bag making. And as you can imagine, it's really good for things like jeans as well, where there's loads of bulk. So if you're a clothes maker too, this is going to be really handy for you. So I know a lot of our customers like to use a piece of cardboard or something like that, but my preference is the hump jumper. It's a very, very cheap tool. You can normally pick it up for just a few pounds. It has 2 height options that way. It doesn't slip out from behind your presser foot as easily, and because of the cutout, you can bring it in front of your presser foot too. So for me, this is the most valuable tool in my sewing room for bag making. So I hope if you haven't given it a try already, that you will give a bulky seam aid or a hump jumper a try now. And thanks for joining me. I will see you soon. Bye.